this was the season where I was like, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm tired of sitting in the back burner. I just want to have an opinion. I'm going to speak my voice. I'm going to speak up to see what happens.
We're so excited to talk to you again, of course, about another banger season of Real Housewives of Miami. You guys never miss.
Miami's hot, 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 hot fire. No, Miami's doing it. And I'm so proud of all of us.
It is, yeah. You guys are really killing it. And I think it's so fun to see the way fans have accepted you guys and brought you guys in. And for me, from my perspective and with my friend group, you guys are one of the best housewife cities. So how do you feel so far about this season in particular? I mean, I know we're already looking back on it now, and we have a reunion to look forward to.
Well, Jared, thank you so much again. It's so lovely to see you. Thanks for having me. No, the season in general for me it was amazing because I feel like this was the season where I was like, you know what? Enough is enough. I'm tired of sitting in the back burner. I just want to have an opinion. I'm going to speak my voice. I'm going to speak up to see what happened. And obviously, you see how the season turned out. No, I'm just glad I did because when you let your friends know how you feel, then they understand how to treat you. So I'm just happy that this season I was very vocal. And now they know that, okay, now we know this about Kiki. So I'm just happy. I'm very happy.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's a perfect segue into my next question because I wanted to talk about how you really have found your voice within this group. I feel like, you guys are maybe when you first start the show, you're kind of finding your footing. It's a group that has been together for a long time. And I think a lot of you, of the newer members, it took a second for you guys to get in, but it's been so refreshing to see you really speak your truth, really stand up for yourself, of course, on the Mexico City trip. So how did that feel in the moment? And then how does it feel now watching it back?
Well, in the moment, it's like, I was really just like, okay, like, that's not nice. Like, don't say these things. These people, it's okay to have an opinion, but not every opinion needs to be voiced publicly. And I'm not saying that it's okay, but sometimes you just need to have compassion towards other people. You need to think like, okay, maybe they're going through this. Just because you're not going through it, just don't speak on it. So watching it now, playing along, I was like, wow, because sometimes you film, you don't really, you in that moment, so you don't really see what happened. Certain things you don't hear. But now that I'm watching, I'm like, wow, that was really crazy. I never seen Lisa like this. But hey, I'm just happy I stood up for myself. I said what I needed to say, and I'm just happy that I spoke my mind. That's all.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think too, I wonder there are some maybe not lifestyle differences, but just perspective, right? I feel like in your
Yeah.
tension with Lisa and in that conversation, there's a lot of, you don't know what I've been through. You know what I mean? Just because I may not say it all the time or I may not vocalize it, it doesn't mean that I don't have things going on in my life and everything. And I'm sure when you've been friends for someone for that long, I feel like we can all relate to that. We have people in our lives, and sometimes you're like, listen, I know you're going through a lot, but I also have things going on too. And even though I'm not sharing.
Yeah. But that's the thing. I feel like a lot of the time, for 2 years and being in this friend group, and I get it, like some of us were friends 10 years or over, and some of us were like the new friends that came into the group. But 2 years, like, I know almost everything about every single one of these women. But it's very simple. If somebody asks you, hey, how was your day? You just have to respond, it was good. And then it's a nice gesture to ask back, so how was yours? So I'm always asking questions. That's why it looks like I'm always asking questions. But of course, you're not going to know about me if I'm asking you a question, but you don't ask me how my day's going. So it just was very one-sided. So I'm glad that I spoke up, and it seems like the girls are listening now. They're starting to listen to me.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, friendships are a give and take, right? And it
Yeah.
feels like, especially with your group, we love how you guys can, you guys definitely have your moments and you speak it out. But then we also saw the moment with you and Lisa where you guys were able to clear the air. You guys are able to kind of move through.
All right. But I'm just happy. Lisa and I, the stuff that happened, I was able to, at the reunion, you'll see that we had the conversation, and hopefully we'll move forward from this whole thing and take baby step into rebuilding the friendship, because you cannot build a friendship foundation when you don't know anything about each other.
Correct.
Or it's like one person knows about you, you don't know anything about the other person. So I'm really hoping that she turns things around. It seems like she's trying to. So yeah. And I like Lisa. I think she's amazing.
Yeah, that's so good to hear. That makes me happy. And that's again another great segue into the reunion. This is your third one now, or your second. This is your second reunion.
My second, yeah. And
Yes.
last season I
Sorry,
wasn't.
you should have been at that first one, so I even forgot. But all that to say,
It was not time yet.
yes, but now it is. So how do you feel now that you know what the day is giving? Like you know what it's going to be like, you know it's a long day and everything. Were you prepping yourself specifically in a different way for this one? Were there things that you knew you wanted to get in and you kind of wanted to just lay out there?
No, but that's the thing. I'm normally like a very quiet person until I see like whatever it is. It could be injustice or somebody's getting mistreated, or because these things are very, very close to my heart because I've lived these experiences. And it's not to put anyone who's living certain lifestyle down, but it's like sometimes you have to be sensitive around the people, around certain people, because their story, things that you say can really affect them because you don't really know their story. And that's the point I was trying to make. Like, don't talk like this because you don't know what's gonna trigger me. You don't know, but if you ask me a question, then you probably would have known not to do this. And that's the point I was just trying to make.
Yeah.
And everything just went left from there. But I'm just happy that it's over. And but I barely talk. I barely talk. And when I do talk, I always have something, unless it's important, I won't say anything. Like that's the kiki that like I don't just say things just to say things.
And then talk to me too, of course, again, we're so excited for the reunion and to catch these episodes, but I know a few days after at the Super Bowl, there was big news, big Real Houses of Miami news that I didn't expect when I was watching the game. So talk to me a little bit about your maybe reactions to that. And I know that there's probably more to come to that, but that was certainly, everyone was posting about it almost more than the game.
Yeah, well, normally I don't even watch football. I don't watch the Super Bowl, and I just come in for the halftime. But as I'm strolling through watching the Usher performance, I was like, whoa, what's happening here? So automatically, as a friend, even though Lars and I, we have our differences, I reach out to her like, hey, are you okay? Do you need anything? Like, as a friend, I'm here for you if you need anything. And she said, thanks, babe. But then 30 minutes later, they back together. So I'm just reading and watching the same thing you all watching. So I'm not really sure what's going on, but we'll see. Because I mean, whatever it is will come out when the time is right.
Yeah, it's good to know that you guys are also in the same boat as us because we were like, what's happening?
Yeah, trust me, whatever, you probably know more than me. You have something to tell me?
I do not know anything yet, but I will be looking forward to hopefully in what would it be, season 7? Maybe we'll get some more answers when it comes to that. And then for my last little roundup question too, again, it's been so fun to see. I think I saw that you bumped into Giselle already here in New York.
Yes, I saw her last night. She was amazing. I saw her with yeah.
Oh, I love that. That's great. I love Giselle. She's so lovely. And I think it's always fun amazing for us fans to see you with like other people and like a BravoCon, for example. But again, you've been around for a while now. So should maybe an ultimate girls trip thing be an option for you? Are there other girls from cities that you already are like, I want to go on a vacation with them?
Yo, it's so weird because I literally was talking about this earlier today. I was like, it will be so fun to have like all cast girls trip with, let's say, Uba, me, Ashley Darby, Candice, like all the fun girls, Bren, like all the fun girls, that would be so nice because I feel like they're doing it with the OGs. So how about now we start throwing the new crowd that's coming in, to do something fun too, because I'm sure that'll be a must-see TV because imagine all this crazy. Nah, but listen, if there's somebody you can feed that to, let me know because I'm down. I would love to.
No, I really hope that someone was listening to that because that's like Ultimate Girls Trip, the new class. It's all these new girls coming in. We're bringing it.
But you're not the only one who's talking about this. A lot of people, they're thinking about this. So it's like, wow, maybe we need to put it out in the universe. It's manifested.